a symbol that truth and justice reign in peace or battle, honored, and this we count as gain to hand unto our children a banner without stain. Oh God of all creation, grant these our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and a soul with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome each and every one of us to the beginning of the convocation ceremonies for the year 2024. Adeleke University is indeed moving on to greater heights. This morning, before we move on to the business of the day, I would like to recognize the presence of some important personalities in our midst. Ladies and gentlemen, with us here today is the President and Vice Chancellor of Adeleke University, in person of Professor Adebola Solomon. Please let's jam our hands together as we welcome him. The Vice Chancellor is here with his management team, and we also have the Senior Vice President and Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Luke Onoha. Sir, you're most welcome. In absentia this morning, we would like to recognize the Registrar of the University in person of Mr. Caleb Oyeride. He's not here this morning, but we also have his representative seated in the hall in person of Alhaji Badigeshe. Alhaji, you are most welcome. We have here also the Vice President Financial Affairs and the bossa of the institution in person of Mr. Emeka Anene. Okay? Soon to be conferred. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet. So we also have the Vice President Information Resources and the University Librarian in person of Professor Mrs. Uloma Onoha. Prof, you are welcome. We also have in the auditorium the Vice President, Spiritual Affairs, and the University Pastor of the institution in person of Pastor Dr. Olugbenga Efontade. Sir, you are most welcome. We have the Executive Director, Internal Audit, also here this morning in person of Dr. Bright Nwamadi. Sir, you are most welcome. We have many of the deans also here seated. The Dean or the Provost College of Postgraduate Studies in person of Professor James Atolagbesa. You are welcome. We have the Dean, Faculty of Arts, also here this morning, Professor Tobalashe Adegbite. Prof, you are welcome. The Dean, Faculty of Basic Medical Sciences, Professor Oyejola Oyeride. Sir, you are most welcome. The Dean, Faculty of Business and Social Sciences, is also here, Professor Alex Ovie de Leon. You're most welcome. The Dean, Faculty of Engineering, Professor Peter Ayedu. You are welcome, sir. We have the Dean, Faculty of Law, also present, in person of Dr. Kingsley Onu. You're most welcome, sir. We have the Dean, Student Care Services, also present here this morning in person of Professor Martina Ogutoyibo Atere. Ma, you are most welcome. We have also the Director of the JUPEB program and continuing education, Professor Alao Olatunji. You are welcome, sir. We also have here this morning the Director, Academic Planning, in person of Professor Temitope Oyedepo. Ma, you are most welcome. As we go on, we will take more recognitions. But at this time, I have the honor to invite upstage for his opening remarks the President and Vice Chancellor of Adeleke University, in person of Professor Ajayi Solomon Adebola. Let us make him welcome as he comes to deliver his opening remarks.
Thank you. Please sit down. It's a great day of joy for me to be here this morning for this very, very important occasion on this very, very auspicious day and having a very, very important personality in front of me. I thank God for this very important day. I thank our chairman, who I wanted to be here, Dr. D.G. Adeleke was very busy somewhere else, but sends his wishes and greetings. The Deputy VC, other principal officers here, the deans, heads of departments, directors, other staff, and all students who are here, I want to welcome you. I will start by apologizing to our guest. They were starting almost 30 minutes, more than 30 minutes late, behind schedule. I was almost upset this morning. I was out there shouting. Yesterday was here and I told him we are starting 10 exactly. And he was here before 10. He had to leave to go and stay somewhere else to wait for us. I strongly apologize. It's not in our character, we don't do it. It just happened that today, it happened that way. So I'm very sorry about it. I met this gentleman yesterday, and I was excited. When he came in, I saw the simplicity in him. And I told him, I was expecting an old man with all the hair gray and probably walking stick. And I said, is it this young man who came to speak? And he was just smiling. And I said, to God be the glory. Now a man who is just as young as, I won't tell them your age, between me and you, I won't tell them, as young as that, served as the peak of CEO and MD of a bank like Wema. Wema is not just any bank. It's not just any bank. No. I'm a customer. Madam knows. And of course, we as a university were a corporate customer. And I think Madam is aware of that too. And we're all aware. The boss is here. He won't give you figures, but I know what we are. So when he came in, I said, Oga, are you sure you are the CMD? He was just laughing. And I remember the scriptures, I think Psalm 19, verse 8. That it says, God gives wisdom to the simple and humble. Where humble and simple, God gives you the wisdom. It makes you wise. To rise that high in the bank like that, of course, it's not mean feat. No. It takes focus. It takes guts. It takes direction of God himself to get that far. So when we were trying to find somebody to speak to the students, and it was by chance that God gave us the focus. He earlier sent this book to us. I didn't know him. And I got to understand he printed 145,000 copies of this book and gave to all Nigerian universities, federal, state, and private, free of charge. Nobody paid a kobo. And I said, Oga, how did you fund it? And I remember it was a bank CEO. That's a foolish question. A bank CEO, I can't ask that kind of question. I know they're well taken care of, there's no doubt. And I had to apologize yesterday when he came in about our road. I always do that. That road is not the best of roads. But thank God, he took it calmly and said, don't worry, it's in Nigeria. And each time people come and I tell them about the road, I always, but I do know one thing, that narrow is the way that leads to wisdom. But wide is the way that leads to where? Nowhere. So when you see a bad road like this, and you accepted it yesterday, you'll be wondering, where are you going? In the bush. But on entering the gates for Adeleke University, you encounter a different scenario entirely. When he came in yesterday, he said he was happy to be here. And I took him around the campus. I showed him every building. I showed him the pastor's house. I showed him DVC house. We have the stadium. And I was happy that he was happy by what he saw. Thank you so much for accepting to. The students, do I call them students or graduates? What are you now? I don't know what you are really. Let me combine students. Maybe by on Sunday, you now be graduates. But now, grad students, some people call them graduates. I don't know if that's good English. Students anyway. So by the late coming, they left exams weeks ago and had to go home. So they came just for this today. And many of them were not on campus yesterday. Many rushed in this morning to see you and to hear you speak. Mr. Debise served for many years as the MD of Women Bank until he retired. And I asked him yesterday, why did you retire so early? Knowing who he is, knowing what he has achieved, knowing how he has taken Wema from where it was to where it is now, that you left too early. I didn't like it. I said, go back to that bank. He just laughed that somebody is there. I said, I accept. Now, I was going through this, and he gave us the books free of charge. And I went through comments about him by those who read the books. And somebody said, can I see this very well? Thank you, sorry. My eyes are still young, but once in a while. I still need it once in a while. Well, I don't need it, oh, sorry. I will just try. I will just try. And they said, in looking back on his life and the incredible journey it has been, Ademola has done an excellent job of connecting the dots and telling a compelling story. That's this book. That's somebody who read the book, and that's a man who is the chairman for African Capital Alliance. And that's a big guy also. And somebody said, I will recommend that book to young professionals just starting out their careers, mid-career professionals seeking new challenges within and outside their current employers, and even those at the exclusive level and executive set looking to venture into new areas. The last one, because there are many of them, one, Mr. Ayenyi Aboyeji, founding partner, Future Africa, had this to say, Mr. Debise's memoir is an incredibly inspirational read for young people who may be wondering whether there is room for deeply technical individuals in the heights of corporate Nigeria. These are just some of the comments. And we'll go through eventually as they read the citation by somebody about a gentleman. I want to welcome you, sir. And the students are here to listen to you. And I think it's very, very appropriate to find a man about just living their age to speak to them, having gone that far. The book is Transformational Leader, the journey of a tech bro turned bank CEO. It's exactly what he has been. Became a bank CEO at a very tender age. And recently, I think about 2 weeks ago, I heard of it again on the news, was appointed chairman of a federal agency in charge of housing. And that's a very big one. To applause for him, please. It's very important. It's not a mean feat to get that far. I welcome you. This is Adeleke University. We call it God's own project. I always say it's the work of God using one single individual. And I can confirm 13, 14 years ago, it was just a jungle forest, like this tree you see. A jungle forest, there was nothing on ground. No, nothing. We started 12 years at the high school, our high school currently, somewhere near the water was there. And we moved and started building gradually the roads, the infrastructure, and where we are now is our Ebenezer. is leading us to greater heights in His own grace. You're welcome, sir. I believe after this, we'll get to know each other deeper. Yesterday I was talking as if I've known over the years. And I was even patting the shoulder. And they were looking at me. That's their organ. They were wondering, how did I do it? I said, it's my junior brother. I can pat you. Why not? I will do it. It's your organ. Is my brother. And that means of closer to him than you are. Mr. Debussy, Ademola, you're welcome. The Lord be with you. So much.
Thank you very much, President and Vice Chancellor, Professor Solomon Adebola. We are about to get to the crux of today's business. But before then, I would like to quickly take some more recognitions, and then we will take the citation of the guest lecturer for the day. The Dean, Faculty of Science, Professor Bamigboye Oluwatoyin, is represented by the Sub-Dean in person of Dr. Samuel Olufalarin Babarinde. You are welcome, sir. We have here in the auditorium the Director, ICT, in person of Dr. Olusegun Lala. Sir, you're most welcome. We have the Director, Quality Assurance, Dr. Modupe Ola Adeniro. You are most welcome, ma'am. We have the Director of Human Resources and Deputy Registrar, Mrs. Oladayo Aliu. You are welcome, ma'am. We also have the Director, Hall Services, present here, person of Dr. Mrs. Mojisola Aino. You're most welcome, ma'am. Here also this morning we have a delegate from, or a delegation from the Wema Bank who have come to support our guest lecturer for today. We have the regional manager, Oyo North, Mr. Adeniji Adeyeni. You are most welcome. We have also in charge of, I think that is retained cluster head, Oshogbo, Babatunde Oshodi. You are most welcome, sir. We also have the branch manager at the Obafemi Awolowo University, Mr. Oluwole Olaoye. You are most welcome, sir. We have the manager in charge of the Station Road, Oshogbo, Ademola Adedipe. You are most welcome. We have the branch manager of the Ede branch of the bank, Doyin Ibrahim. You are most welcome. We have also somebody from Ede branch also present here, Rachel Ola Timihan, if I'm correct. You are most welcome. At this time, we would be listening to the citation of our guest. You heard a little bit from the Vice Chancellor, but we want to know a little more about the guest speaker, or the guest lecturer of the day. To take his citation, I have the privilege to invite upstage the Dean, Faculty of Arts, Professor Adegbite Tobalashe. A round of applause as he comes forward to take the citation.
The Vice Chancellor, sir, I would like to stand by the already established protocols. My duty is simple. I'm to read the citation of our guest lecturer for today. May I please implore the guest lecturer to please rise and come up stage. Please keep applauding him. All right, please stay here and stand at attention. All right, I would like to read the citation of Ademola Abimbola Adebise, BSc, MBA, FCA. On October the 31st, 1966, is a resourceful and confident professional with over 33 years of experience in banking, information technology and operations, financial control and strategic planning, risk management, treasury, and consulting. He holds a Bachelor's of Science degree in computer science from my own alma mater, the University of Lagos, and an MBA from Pan Atlantic University, Lagos Business School. Ademola is a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, FCA, the Chartered Institute of Bank IB, and an associate member of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria and the Computer Professionals Registration Council of Nigeria. He is also an alumnus of the Advanced Management Program of the Harvard Business School and the Advanced Leadership Program in 1989, where he played different roles as head of IT operations, head of software development, chief financial officer, rising to the position of assistant general manager, head of information technology in the year 2000. He played a pivotal role in several major projects in the bank, including business and IT strategy formulation and implementation, sales re-engineering, core banking application selection and implementation, e-business, and Y2K project implementation. I thought we were applauding. Thank you. His extensive experience includes serving as the general manager at National Bank of Nigeria Limited, where he supervised banking, e-business, and risk management functions. Ademola transitioned to consulting in 2005 with a global consulting firm, Accenture, where he was the head of the performance management practice and led various projects for the financial services industry covering corporate transformation, information technology, and business process re-engineering. He joined Wema Bank in 2009 as an executive director, supervising corporate banking, the Lagos commercial business, and the subsidiaries. He played a key role in transforming Wema Bank and the birthing of Alert, the first fully digital bank in Nigeria. He was appointed as the deputy managing director of the bank in January of 2017, and he was the first person to occupy the role in the history of the bank. A year later, that is in July 2018, Ademola was appointed the managing director of Wema Bank PLC, a position which he held until his retirement in March of the year 2023. The bank achieved great strides under his leadership. Total assets of the bank crossed 1 trillion naira. Deposits also soared by over 250% to 1.1 trillion. He also commenced payment of dividends to shareholders after 13 years of hiatus. Wema Bank transitioned to be the most innovative digital bank in Nigeria, winning many laurels under his watch. Ademola is currently the managing director, the CEO of Black Crown Advisory Services, and he also serves as a non-executive director on the boards of First City Monument Bank, FCMB, ICO Insurance PLC, ICO Capital, and Duchess International Hospital. Recently, on July the 2nd of the year 2024, Ademola Adebisi was appointed the new chairman of the board for the Family Home Funds Limited, FHFL, by His Excellency, the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He is currently pursuing a Doctor of Business Administration degree at Cranfield University in the United Kingdom. Outside of his professional life, Ademola is involved in voluntary services. He is a trustee of the International Foundation of Infectious Diseases in Nigeria, IFAIN. He is also a trustee of the Baptist Academy Old Boys Association and also the president of the Men's Fellowship of Foursquare Gospel Church, VGC, Lekki. He is a devoted family man and enjoys watching football and listening to music. Ademola is the author of the book, The Transformational Leader, The Journey of a Tech Bro turned CEO. This is a memoir of his personal and professional life. Very distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I present to us this morning the lecturer of today, Mr. Ademola Adebisi. Please keep clapping, keep clapping.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Thank you very much, Prof, for that very inspiring. I never knew that. When I was asked to send in this, I didn't know it was going to be read out this way. But I thank you for a good job. Thank you very much. Let me go through the protocol. I know the Vice Chancellor of